Today we learn about packing efficiency in solids. Packing efficiency is the percentage of total space filled by particles. That means if the packing efficiency is high, that means there is less space wasted. Let us derive the packing efficiency in hexagonal closed packing and cubic closed packed structures. I have drawn the crystal of a face-centered cubic cell. I have already told in my previous lesson that in face-centered unit cell, the atoms will occupy corners of the unit cell, and in addition to these atoms, there will be atoms at the center of each face. So total, there will be 8 atoms at corners. We have studied that atoms at corners will contribute only 1/8 to a particular unit cell, plus there are 6 atoms at face center which are shared by 2 unit cell. So the contribution of each atom at the face center is only half to a unit cell, and therefore the total number of atoms per unit cell in a face centered cubic cell is 4. This has already been explained. So today I am showing you one atom which is at this corner, which I have called as C. One atom is shown at A, and this is the atom which is at the face center. We will write let A be edge length. So this length BC is equals to AB is equals to A. Now we will find the length of AC using Pythagoras theorem. So AC square is equals to BC square plus AB square, which is A square plus A square. So AC square is 2A square, or AC is equals to A root 2. Now if you look at the diagram very carefully, then you will see on this diagonal AC there are 3 spheres. We will say let R be radius of each sphere, each atom. I won't call it sphere, I'll call it atom. So if you look at this diagonal AC, then this is the radius of this atom. This is the diameter of the central atom. So there are 2 R's here, and this is the radius of this atom here. So on AC there are 4 radii. So AC becomes equal to 4R. So 4R is equals to A root 2, or we can write 4R upon root 2 is equals to A. Now 4 we can also write as 2 into 2, and 2 in turn can be written as root 2 into root 2. This root 2 will cancel, and therefore A can be also written as 2 root 2R. So this is explanation as to how we have got A, which is edge length, related to the radius of an atom. We are deriving packing efficiency. So packing efficiency is defined as volume of, in case of face center, there are 4 atoms, upon volume of unit cell into 100. We are finding the percentage efficiency. Now volume of 4 atoms, since the atoms are considered as spheres, is 4 upon 3 pi r cube into 100. Volume of this unit cell, which is cubic, is A cube. We substitute the value of A, and when I substitute it, I will write 2 root 2 r cube, and we solve this expression, it will work out to 74%. the next derivation that we are doing is on packing efficiency in body-centered cubic lattice. Let us look at this diagram here. In this diagram, you can see that there are three atoms. You can see the atoms are in light shade, whereas the cubic cell is darkened. These atoms lie on the body diagonal. Now I will draw a simplified picture of this. But before that, let us have a look at the colored picture from the textbook. This is the diagram for the body-centered unit cell, in which the three atoms lie on the body center. F is a point which is behind the board. C is the sphere which is in the center of the box, and A is an atom which is on the corner which is facing us. So this is a three-dimensional diagram which you have to imagine to derive this expression. I'll draw a simplified diagram here to understand it easily. In the diagram, there is one atom shown at this point F, which is behind the board. This is the vertex which is out of the board. And there is one atom which is at the center, and the three are joined together. Now the three atoms are of same size, so they are just touching one another. This is the diagram that is shown there. Now if I have to derive the relation, then we will call this vertex as A, I will call this as B, and I'll call this as C. Now we will say let edge length be A units, and R is radius of sphere. If I have to find the packing efficiency, then we must know the relation between the length of the body diagonal and the radii of these spheres. So I will join FB. This is on the floor of the unit cell. You have to imagine this slightly. BC is A, FC is also A in length because these are edge length. So I have to find the length of BF by using Pythagoras theorem. So in triangle BFC, we will take FB square is equals to A square plus A square, and that will be 2A square, or FB is A root 2. Now let us look at the triangle F, which is behind the board, B which is out of the board, and A also out of the board. Now we are looking at this triangle on which the body diagonal lies. So if I consider in triangle AFB, then it is AF square is equals to AB square plus FB square. AB is A, FB we have just derived is A root 2. So this will work out to 2A square plus A square, which is 3A square. Therefore, AF square, AF is A root 3. Now once we have derived AF is the body diagonal on which the three spheres are present. Now the three spheres will have 4R. This is the radius of one sphere, these are radii of the middle one, and this is the radius of the sphere at the point A. So that is 4R is equals to A root 2, A root 3. This is the relation between the radius and edge length. I can also write this as follows. If I have to calculate packing efficiency, then the formula is percentage packing efficiency is equals to volume of, in case of body centered unit cell, there are only 2 atoms. That I have already derived. There are 8 atoms at corners. Contribution of each atom at corner is 1/8, and there is 1 atom at the center of the body which is solely going to belong to that unit cell. So that becomes a total of 2 atoms. So that is volume of 2 atoms upon volume of unit cell multiplied by 100. So volume of 2 atoms will be 2 into 4 upon 3 pi r cube into 100. Volume of unit cell is 4r upon root 3 the whole cube. And this will solve to 68%. So packing efficiency in body centered unit cell is 68%. The third derivation that we are doing is packing efficiency in simple unit cell. Now, in simple unit cell or the primitive unit cell, we have said that the atoms will occupy only the corners. This is the position of the 8 atoms. So this is a simple unit cell. If we consider 2 atoms that are in touch with each other, then this is 1 atom here and this is another atom here. So we will start with, so if you look at this diagram in the textbook, then this is how it will look. We will start with let edge length be A units. Radius is R. Radius of atom is R. I'll call this point as A and I'll call this point as B. So AB is equals to A units, and on AB there are 2 radii because there are 2 atoms which are touching each other. So we have found the relation between A and R in simple unit cell or primitive unit cell. So the percentage of packing efficiency I can derive by volume of 1 atom upon volume of unit cell into 100. Now from where this 1 atom came? Then we have studied that in simple unit cell there are atoms only at corners. So there are 8 atoms at corners. Contribution of each atom at corner is only 1/8 to a particular unit cell. So number of atoms per unit cell in simple or primitive unit cell is 1. So that will be 4 upon 3 pi r cube upon A cube, which is 2r the whole cube into 100. And when we solve this, it will work out to 52.4%. So this is derivation based on packing efficiency. Now let us derive a relation between density of the substance or density of unit cell. If I have to calculate density, then the formula is, so density of unit cell is equals to mass of unit cell upon volume of unit cell. We'll say let A be edge length. in whatever units. So volume of unit cell will be AQ. Now we have to find the mass of the unit cell. Now mass of unit cell will depend on number of atoms per unit cell. In case of simple unit cell, there will be only one atom. Body centered there are 2, face centered there are 4. So the number of atoms per unit cell into mass of each atom, that will give us the mass of the unit cell. So number of atoms per unit cell I will call as Z. If I have to calculate mass of each atom, then we have studied in mole concept. We have studied that the molecular weight will always contain Avogadro's number of atoms, which is 6.023 into 10 raised to 23. This has been explained in the chapter of mole concept. So if I have to find the mass of one atom, then it will be mass of one atom will be molecular mass upon Avogadro's number. This has been explained in mole concept. So if I have to substitute for mass of each atom, then I will substitute here capital M, which is molecular weight, upon Na, which is Avogadro's number. So if I substitute this in density formula, then density is equals to Z into capital M, molecular weight, upon Avogadro's number, and volume of unit cell is AQ. This will be the formula, where D is density of unit cell or substance, A is, we have already said, edge length, capital M is molecular weight of the atom or atomic weight, and Na is Avogadro's number, which is 6.022 into 10 raised to 23, and Z is number of atoms per unit cell. This is relation between density of the substance and edge length that we are going to use to solve sums.